Kefa Sempangi was motivated to help disadvantaged children when he met some street children in a Sunday school class in 1971. The youngsters were living with their mother on a veranda in Bakuli in Kampala.
Following Sunday, I asked a question, which was our verse the previous Sunday. I was really amazed to see these children who have never been in inside of a classroom giving the right answers. And the other children who were from good homes, some of them could not remember. That was my biggest attraction.
The experience stimulated him to open centers for homeless children in Kasubi, Katwe, and Jinja due to an increase in the number of needy children. By 1980, he was already supporting and educating about 600 children. Sempangi says that to bring the children closer to him, he gave them money to buy more drugs and then lemons to conceal the smell. But his donors did not approve of his methods.
He may say, I spent 2,000. I'll give him 2,000. But I will give him an additional 500 to buy lemon. I'll say, once when you finish smoking, please use this lemon around your mouth, in your cheeks, so that nobody will find out that you have smoked bang. Now, because I was identifying with their needs, they took me very seriously.
He also survived being killed by ex-President Idi Amin's forces after he helped a boy whose parents had been murdered, allegedly by government soldiers.
And because of that, I made a very narrow escape from this country. They were looking for me. And when I left this country, I lived in Holland and eventually to America. So the children's home, my first children's home at Kasubi, was abandoned.
After Amin's downfall in 1979, Sempangi returned to the country to continue pursuing his passion. Some of the children eventually found jobs in different disciplines and in different parts of the world.
By 90 something, we had actually collected from the street over 6,000 children. And most of them now we have well settled. We have many success stories of doctors and lawyers, engineers, pastors. Some are self-employed.
One of the most notable cases that Sempangi dealt with is Sebanga, who had been grossly mistreated by his parents and starved to near death. Sadly, Sebanga died in 2009 of leukemia from infections he contracted while he was being abused.
This child was put under the bed and really fed on the droppings, human fishes, under the bed. And that was extreme. And then he was so badly beaten that this bone came out.
Sempangi says the current situation can be changed through a piece of legislation on street children and early childhood development. But he also blames parents for abdicating their roles and responsibilities in taking care of their children.
And when parents turn against their own children, that's why in the first instance, you find children leaving their homes to go and live on the street. And I don't blame them.
Sempangi, who was the first chairman of the National Council for Children, also served as a deputy minister for rehabilitation dealing with the Obote II regime. The former art teacher at Makerere University is also the founder of the Presbyterian Church in Uganda. In 1978, he authored a book titled A Distant Grief, from which a film will be launched at a fundraising dinner at Golf Course Hotel on the 18th of December. Sempangi and many others in the country are credited for advocating for children's rights and protection in this special profile, carried out in collaboration by UNICEF, NTV, and Uganda Child Rights NGO Network. Moses Akena, NTV.